find the equation of a line passing points 2 and 5 and parallel to the graph of y is equal to 2x plus 4 when answering slope-intercept. Okay, what is the equation you're going to use? So let's start with Sandra. Sandra, what equation did you use? Go ahead and use your marker.
Well, you'll have to click read.
So this is just we're practicing this as a sample because I'm thinking my audio is get recorded here too right now.
Oh, so here it's
Yeah.
All right.
So one thing I do usually is I that's one way to avoid that is
Microphone, you have to use multiple long.
to put the
I can't remember the step in Samadhi for this one. It's not m equals y1 plus, y minus y2. I can't remember the step that I used for this.
Okay, so can I remember? Brian, how about you? What's the first?
sometimes when you
Solomon, tell me what's your first step. Okay, Brian. Setting up the equation. Say the equation again. What's the equation? Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Okay, so you're looks like you're using point slope formula. You can use that, but there's an easier one. You can use y is equal to mx plus b. You can use that too. You can use the slope-intercept formula or point. This is called point slope formula. Alrighty. So what is the slope here? What is the slope that we're looking for? Sandra, do you remember the slope?
The slope is 2.
Okay, very good. So you know the slope. The slope here is, because this is already in the form of y is equal to mx plus b already, the reference line. So you're absolutely right. The slope here is equal to 2. So the slope of the reference line is equal to 2. Now the two lines are parallel. Sandra, what is the relationship of their slope? What's the relationship between their slope if two lines are parallel?
It's inconsistent.
I'm not sure what you mean by inconsistent. Brian? I'm asking what is the slope? If the slope of this line here is 2, what is the slope of the other line? Same. Yeah, the answer is the same, exactly the same. How about if two lines are perpendicular? If two lines are perpendicular, what is the slope of, what's the relation? Sandra, do you remember what would be?
Negative. Isn't one going to be negative?
If the slope of the first line is A over B. Sandra, what's the slope of the second line? You said negative. I don't understand. What do you mean by that? If the slope of the first line is A over B, Sandra, what's the slope of the other line?
should it be negative A over B?
Okay, Brian, you want to try that?
It should be the opposite reciprocal.
Negative B over A if they are perpendicular. Okay, so typical idea. So as you see here, M, if you use either of these equations, M would be equal to 2. Okay, so let's just go ahead and take a look at both ways. So you could use y is equal to mx plus b, slope-intercept form, or you could use y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1, like Brian suggested. Either way, the slope is 2 because the slope of the reference line is 2. Now, if I'm going to use the formula that Brian suggested, slope point slope formula, then I'm going to treat my given point as point 1 here, point 1. Being 2 and 5. Then in that case, if I say point 1 is 2 and 5, then the first one corresponds to x1 and the second one corresponds to y1. And that's what we have to substitute here. y1 should be 5, this is right here, right? x1 should be equal to 2, which is right here, x1. Okay, and then the rest of them would be y minus equal to 1 minus 5 equal to 2 times x minus 2. That's what we have. This is the equation of the line, but we wanted to have it in the slope-intercept form. So we need to write it as y is equal to mx plus b. In this case, we need to distribute. We get y minus 5 is equal to 2x minus 4. So y is equal to, if I add 5 to both sides of the equation, so I would get y is equal to 2x plus 1. Y is equal to 2x plus 1. Okay, so let's take a look at the solution here. Okay, I see Sandra giving me some comments here. Y is equal to 2x minus 4. What do you mean by that, Sandra? Well, you can talk.
No, I was just following along with what you were doing. I forgot to subtract the 5 on the right side, though.
Okay, so now you know how to do them. Brian, do you see where you went wrong? Because you gave me a wrong answer too. You find y is equal to 2x plus 5. Where did you go wrong?
Yeah, I got that. It was, I added the y from the point 2,5 into y equals mx plus b.
Okay, so do you see how to do them correctly now? All right. Okay, so if I were going to use the second formula, slope-intercept, I could treat that given point as point P, and then everywhere I see X, I would substitute that with 2, and everywhere I have Y, I would substitute 5 with that. So here we have Y is equal to 5, and X is equal to 2, so X equal to 2, and then I can solve for y-intercept or b in this case. So 5 is equal to 4 plus b. So if I subtract 4 from both sides of the equation, so you get 1. So you saw I get the same answer here. Y-intercept would be 1. So there we have it. Y is equal to mx plus b. So y is equal to 2x plus 1. Either way you do this, you get the same answer. I personally prefer to use a slope-intercept formula to solve for them. I think it's less calculation, but you can use point-slope formula like Brian suggested. But if you do that, you have to treat this given point as point 1 and substitute that for this point. However, if I don't, I just use this given point as point P and then substitute that for x and y, and I know the slope. I can solve for y-intercept and I'm done. Okay, can I see a check mark next to your name if you all can follow this so far? Brian?